Hello. Hello, guys. Hello, John. How you doing? Thank you. Good vid before I even began talking. I'll take that. I will take that. Got about an hour here. I only have 2 days left in England. This morning, I met my dad. Incredible guy. Had breakfast with him. Bought some chocolate to take home with me. Some Bisto gravy. Tremendous stuff. Got my mum some flowers and a card to say thank you. Did a Simpsons video, which should blow your head off if you watch it. Tried to keep it short, 12 minutes. I think it's one of the best videos I've ever done. And I'll be doing more of them where there's not as much geometry involved. Just outright mockery from The Simpsons, to be honest. Foreshadowing, telling us where the world's going. 11 in the live, 3 likes. That's the date coronavirus was declared a global pandemic. I'll tell you how that's connected to Chelsea beating Aston Villa yesterday, like I said they would. I'll explain why that's significant. And I'll tell you why Mason Mount scored a brace in that game. And did you see his celebration, guys? Did you see Mason Mount's celebration? He kind of did something like this. All right, what's he doing? Or she? If you see the celebration, you know what I'm talking about. It's a disgrace. Hey, how you doing, SK? Yeah, I'm doing very well. Just meeting a lot of people, like last few days left in England. 14 in the live, 4 likes for my dad's birthday and my birthday. So it's hitting me now. I'm about to leave, but you got to leave at some point. It's been an amazing 5 weeks here. Oh my word, 15 in the live, 4 likes for season 15, episode 4. The video I just did on The Simpsons. Are you kidding me? Wow, gotta love that, haven't you? 17 in the live, 4 likes, Prince Philip's funeral. You're 17 for. So yesterday, you're not going to believe this either. I went for a walk with some of my closest friends, Nathan Pinder and Stephen Henderson, 4 of us, like the 4 horsemen. We went for this unbelievable walk. Like we were gone half a day. And by the end of it, we walked 42 kilometers, like the beast reigns for 42 months. And yesterday was the 42nd Sunday of the year. That's why the Yankees won 4-2. And there were so many teams that could have gone to 4-2 or did go to 4-2 in the NFL, like how the Chiefs dropped to 4-2 and the Bills became 4-2 and Dallas became 4-2. Can't believe we walked 42 kilometers. It was unbelievable, guys. Wow, 13 in the live, 5 likes. Revelation 13:5. It's all about how the beast reigns for 42 months. These syncs today are absolutely outrageous and beautiful. And the weather yesterday was glorious. Absolutely glorious. And also, I might post this on Twitter. We're walking through all this farmland, and these 4 sheep came after us. Huge, like they were on steroids or something. And I just stopped and I was doing all of this to them, like speaking and communicating with the sheep, and it was insane. I've got a video of it. It might make you laugh, actually. But these sheep, they were massive, man. I've never seen sheep so big. So, hey, Alan, how you doing? Mr. M. Simpson's video was insane, mate. Thank you very much. I'll do more of them because it is an extremely popular show worldwide. Everyone's pretty much familiar with the fact that they've predicted numerous things, or there's been many coincidences within the show. So it's definitely a way that I can get a wider audience and maybe get more women involved in my channel. It's pretty much men that watch it because I talk a lot about professional sports. So I think if I do more videos like that, it's going to help myself and the community. Hey, Anfield Road. Woo! Had a 5 on Liverpool 1-0 with 15 minutes to go. Excellent. Excellent. I'm going to explain why that game finished 1-0. Hello, Divine Feminine Living UK. Good afternoon, baby. Soul Tribe. Hopefully see you on Wednesday. That's the goal. That's my goal. Shane Ward. Came from the X Factor, I think. Mum, is that you? No worries, bro. I thought it was Mum. All right, so let me start off with Chelsea. I've shown you all season that Chelsea Football Club are highly connected with Queen Elizabeth outrageously, and I've got another example for you here. So Chelsea just beat Villa 2-0, and this was my code. I think I posted it 2 days before the game. I like Chelsea to take this at -120. They actually became even money before the game began in a Queen Riddle. This game will be played on Sunday, the 16th of October. Prince William, Charles's son, is a huge Aston Villa fan. The Queen's funeral was on 19-9, the 19th of September. Chelsea can advance to 19 points with a win, and Villa can stay on 9. That is what happened. 19-9 for the Queen's funeral date. 199 is the 46 prime. Chelsea FC equals 46. Huge number with them. Game was on 68 date numerology, and Chelsea got their 68th win versus Villa. Notice how Van Dijk as well is now 68 games undefeated at Anfield. And I've shown you in previous videos, all the major wars began on 68 date numerology pure. 1968 was 33 years before 9/11/2001. Big year, 68. It was also Chelsea's 9th game in the league, and they got the 6th league win, like 96, which is the age Elizabeth died. So I always discuss the royal family in connection with Masonry, because many of them are open Freemasons. I think they all are. So Mason Mount delivering on a Sunday came to no shock. And he scored 2 goals. And if you notice, guys, the timing of his goals are very interesting. He opened the scoring after 6 minutes. We know Satan likes that number a lot. And he also scored after 65. It would have been really good if it was 6 and 66 for 666, but I know why they did 6 and 65. 6 plus 65 is 71. 71 is the 20th prime. The game finished 2-0. Coronavirus was declared a global pandemic the 71st day of 2020. And Chelsea is sponsored by 3. Coronavirus was declared a global pandemic in March, the 3rd month of the year. So it's absolutely wild how it's all being done. The word Catholic gets you 71. We just had Liverpool beat Rangers 7-1. Told you how that synced up with Kenny Dalglish, who was at the Hillsborough disaster and the Ibrox disaster, which was in 1971. And Kenny Dalglish is currently 71 years old. I'm going to do a decode about when Germany beat Brazil 7-1. And I'll show you how that was a huge Catholic ritual. Hello, Mia, you little legend. I'll be back in Mexico on Thursday. No, the word Thursday gets you 71 as well. I think it gets you 35 and 46, which is the same as Catholic. So I'll come visit you next week, Mia. Tell me what's the best day to come see you, and I'll come see you, okay? Let me know the best day, and I'll come. I won't be able to go there on the Friday. I've got too much going on, too many people I need to see on the Friday, but I'll come see you next week. So yeah, Mason Mount double, guys, all by the numbers. Chelsea winning was all by the numbers. They got to 19 points. They had 8 shots in this game, and 19 is the 8th prime. And do you think it's a coincidence, ladies and gentlemen? I told you how it all synced up with COVID-19, that Chelsea got to 19 points and Mason Mount wears number 19. You think that's a coincidence, as I have 19 in the live? I know a lot of people in the US right now in Mexico are fast asleep. They can watch this later. I'm only going for an hour today. Too many things going on. Tuesday or Wednesday is the best. Okay, I'll figure that out, Mia. I'll figure that out. And I'll come see you. The first goal was literally given to Mount. I've not seen the goals, to be honest with you. Second goal, a free kick. If the keeper's not going to dive, then anybody can score a free kick. I've noticed that, yeah, with the free kicks, get it on target. And they can tell the goalkeeper was like, it wasn't able to see the ball or whatever, or flat-footed. Yeah, pretty much get it on target. I've noticed so many goals in the Champions League. The keeper stays on the line from a corner, stays on his line. They just, any half-decent footballer can just loop in across, and then the big defender can attack it. Open free header. It's beyond a joke when you actually break it down. You know I don't watch these games. Wow, 23 in the live, guys, and 5 likes. That's interesting, because I'm pretty sure that is Aston Villa's record in the league. Yeah, it is 2 wins, 3 draws, 5 losses. Just had 23 in the live, 5 likes. What beautiful syncs, eh? So, again, just showed you how coded all of this is. And what I'm going to do here is show you why Liverpool won 1-0. If you've been keeping up with my work, I was talking about how Man City just basically went through a huge 10 ritual, posted it on my website, I posted it on my Twitter. If you're not on my Twitter, get on it. It's for free. If you're not on my website, get on it. It's worth another $10. So I posted this 12:07 a.m. October the 13th. Man City failed to beat a team from a Farmers League, which was Copenhagen from Denmark, after going down to 10 men, but still reached the Champions League knockout stages for the 10th straight time. They are now on 10 points with a plus 10 goal difference in the Champions League. I said their upcoming game is versus Liverpool, who are 10th in the league on 10 points. And then what happens? The game finishes 1-0, like 10. And now Liverpool are 10 points behind Man City. And after losing 1-0, Man City have now conceded 10 in the league. So again, I tell you all the numbers that are there. I've showed you, I've just got my 10th like. Are you joking? I just got my 10th like. So it's all there, the stuff that I show you guys. And I said there is a chance City could lose, stay on those 23 points, the 9th prime in Liverpool's 9th game in the Premier League. It was a very tough one. But Mo Salah again doing all of this, which I'll do a video to show you what that means, why he does it, and Messi does it, and Lampard did it, and Haaland does it, and like pretty much Neymar does it. You see Ronaldo doing it. He usually does it with one finger though. It's Masonic and it's worshipping Lucifer, and I'll show you that. I'll show you that. To all of you Arsenal fans out there getting all giddy and excited, you ain't winning the league. I've got more stuff now to confirm Man City. Man City win the league, all right? So get all happy, Arsenal fans. You're going to get your heart broken if you still believe in all of this. And I've looked at Arsenal's record. They are 9-0-1. I guess if they draw the next game, they're 9-11, which is interesting, but we'll see what happens there. I'm not even sure who they're playing. I've seen with Man United, if they draw with Spurs in the next game, they're going to be 5-2-3 in the league, which is the 99th prime, which is 9 times 11. And Prince Philip died at age 99 on the 99th day of the year. Find that very interesting if United draw with Spurs. But I haven't looked deep into it yet. But again, how did Bournemouth get beat 9-0 and now they're having a decent season? Like, they're 10th in the league. They have the same amount of points as Liverpool, yet Liverpool could put 9 past them, but we know that was a 9 ritual a few days after the 9-year-old girl was shot dead in Liverpool, is when Liverpool beat Brentford 9-0. The day after, Celtic won 9-0, a club affiliated with Liverpool. And all the other 9s I've been showing you all season. With Liverpool, who are loving that 9. That's why they have a 9 goal difference right now, plus 9. As they've scored 21 and conceded 12. Yeah, that gets you 9. Absolutely scandalous. The odds in the Man United game were really suspicious. All right, really suspicious. And that became a draw. So in these games, guys, there's always going to be, more often than not, in a game week, a team that ruins people's accumulators. I bet most people took Man United. I bet a lot more people took Man City over Liverpool. It's just farcical, to be honest with you. Man City had to stay on 33 goals scored, didn't they? Huge number with Liverpool. That's why Liverpool won the FA Cup 33 years after the Hillsborough disaster last season. Sunday and Gematria is your 33. It's a big number with Jesus, who we told died at age 33. Coronavirus declared a pandemic. 11th of March, 11 times 3 is 33. It's really insane. So, yeah, you Arsenal fans out there who are probably getting all giddy, just realise that it's October and you ain't winning the league. And you can abuse me if you do. You ain't winning it, from what I have on Man City. How far back do you think football mockery goes? England's 1966 World Cup song. We've got the whole world at our feet. Then go out to the hand of God. Brilliant observation. I think from the beginning of it, since it was put on TV pretty much. is where Satan's infiltrated it. So, yeah, the 66 World Cup where number 6, Bobby Moore, lifted the trophy for your 666 in a game that had 6 goals in the final. It was 4-2. Remember the Beast reigns for 42 months? Remember the first ever World Cup final was Uruguay against Argentina, which finished 4-2. England beat Germany 4-2. France just beat Croatia in the most recent World Cup final 4-2. It's all to do with the Beast of Revelation. And what's crazy, my best friend Nathan saying, next time you come to England, we have to go to Manchester. I was like, why? Is that? It's an indie bar, because I love indie music, indie bars, indie looking girls. I was like, all right, what's it called? He's like, Club 42. I was like, yeah, good one. Like, yeah, it is Club 42. He showed me it. And like I said, we did a 42-kilometer walk. Wasn't planned to be 42 kilometers. My mate yesterday did the Yorkshire Marathon, which was 42 kilometers. Congratulations, mate. Benji, well done for doing the York Marathon. I think anybody who can get round there by running is really impressive. I know anyone can pretty much do a marathon by walking it, but when you run all the way through it, it's definitely impressive. Whatever your time is, as long as you keep up the pace, consistent pace without walking. United are still on 2,198 goals. Went in for that 2-2-2. I didn't bet on any of the draws yesterday. Yeah, draws, guys, they're more common than you realize. And people don't like to bet on them because the way the human psyche is, we want to have a winner. All right? And we want to watch it. And it's very hard to watch a game where you back a draw. Isn't it? It's very hard to watch it. So, another 10. Forgot about another 10 for Man City. It was the 10th game of the season in the league. This could have been a short video for all the 10s with them, to be honest with you. I've been putting a few people onto your channel, but I really appreciate that. I really appreciate that. When you guys spread my work, it's all you can really do for me. You can support me on my website, which is fantastic. But every time you share my work, I'll say, check out this guy, The Illusion. I've got so much content that I've put out that there's got to be something for someone there. I don't just talk about the Premier League, do I? I don't just talk about sport. I've covered so many things. It's got to be at least one video that somebody will be like, oh, okay, that's pretty interesting, out of all the videos that I've done. There's a lot of people on YouTube, they just do the same thing day in, day out about the same one particular topic. And it's like, all right, you've made your point. What else have you got for me? I try to mix it up a little bit. Yeah, tomorrow, guys, is 10/18. And that's October the 18th. That connects to Luke 10:18, which is incredibly important. He replied, I saw Satan fall like lightning from heaven. The NBA season begins tomorrow on 10/18. That's not a coincidence. It's also not a coincidence that the Chargers are playing today. All right. In the last game of week 6 in the NFL, the Chargers connects to lightning. It's funny how the Chargers quarterback wears number 10. Satan gets you 10. Satan gets you 55. The 10th Fibonacci triangular number. Lightning gets you 55. So I don't think that's a coincidence. There's so many numbers for them to win, and then there's these numbers for Denver. It's pretty much, do you want the, hey Joseph, how you doing, mate? Much love to you. It's pretty much, do you want the 42? Do you think the 42 riddle is going to hit? Or do you think it's going to be the 33? That is what it all comes down to, in my opinion, in this NFL game. As you know, I don't watch these games, but I still like to code them for people, and I always learn. So tonight, the Broncos are playing the LA Chargers. The game's in Los Angeles, which means the Angels. So I'm thinking this is going to be a 42 ritual that leads to the Chargers winning. However, there's big 33s. And I've told you that this weekend in the NFL, there were so many potential 42s or 33s. Did you see how both New York franchises, the New York Giants and the New York Jets, are both 3-3 for the season, and New York gets you 33? The construction of the World Trade Center began in 1968. 33 years later, it came down. So I don't think that's a coincidence that both those New York teams are on 33. remember New York was hit really bad by coronavirus, which was declared a pandemic on 11/3, 11 times 3, 33. Corona in Gematria, 33. Monkeypox was declared a national emergency exactly 33 weeks before the 3-year anniversary of coronavirus being declared a global pandemic. So I'll read out my code. I don't often do this because people pay for this, but I'll just read it out and I'd love your opinion. I said, hopefully the 4-2 hits, but 33 may play. So your call if you prefer Chargers money line or Broncos plus 4.5 spread. I said, please add any fines you have. So I said, Satan fell out of heaven like a lightning bolt, and LA are known as the Chargers, which connects to lightning and electricity and all of that. Chargers become 4-2 for the season with a win. The beast reigns for 42 months. Crazy, I went on a long walk yesterday and the distance was 42K. Chargers can get their 55th regular season win versus Denver. Satan equals 55. Lightning equals 55. 55, the 10th Fibonacci triangular number, and Chargers quarterback wears number 10. Satan equals 10. Chargers stay on 216 all-time losses at home. 6 times 6 times 6 equals 216, and 21 is the 6th try. It's also Prince William's birthday and summer solstice. And this is both teams' 6th game of the season, and it's the last game of week 6 of the NFL. Chargers can become 157, 201 all time versus the AFC West with a win. 157 is the 37th prime. Los Angeles equals 37, and they can get their 37th home win versus Denver. It's 9/11 code in here. I don't know who it benefits, but this one benefits Chargers here. Chargers can get their 111th win in October in what will be their 254th game. The 254th day of the year leaves 111 days left in the year, and that date is 9/11. Queen Elizabeth II was born on the 111th day of the year, leaving 254 days left in the year, and she died 911 days after coronavirus was declared a global pandemic. Denver can stay on 520 all-time wins, and Elizabeth's funeral was 520 days after Prince Philip's. But this 33 riddle is very interesting for the possibility of the Broncos winning or the spread bet. This is where you've got to decide. These primetime games are always very difficult. You've got to use your discernment, your gut, and just basically decide which one you prefer or what's the better value. Obviously, don't bet big. Biggest thing I see for Denver is with a win, both teams will become 3-3 for the season, and Denver can get their 137th win in October, and the Chargers can get their 137th loss in October. Chargers in Gematria equals 137, which is the 33rd prime. I told you how the 9/11 sinks are here. And 9/11/2001 was 33 years after the construction of the World Trade Center began. It was also 33 years after the term coronavirus was coined, and 33 years after 9/11 became the emergency dialing code for the United States of America. O.J. Simpson, it's funny, I just did a video about the Simpsons because I always get these weird syncs in my life. He was sentenced originally to 33 years after the police caught him, and he was driving a white Bronco vehicle. And the Denver Broncos wear white jerseys. It's crazy, man. It really is. Remember 9/11? 9 times 11 is 99. 99 divided by 3 is 33. For Denver potentially getting that 3-3 record. And if Denver win, they will have the 3-3 record, just like the New York Jets, who they're going to be playing next. And New York equals 33. So coding these games is tough. It's challenging. You will always find stuff for both teams, especially in big games and primetime games. But more often than not, with this knowledge, you will call the winner. More correct over the year. Undeniably more correct over the year. Again, what do you think? 42? We just had the 42nd Sunday of the year yesterday. Do you think it'll be the 3-3 ritual? Is it too obvious? Toughy, isn't it? It's a tough one. But Denver, if they do lose, they drop to 2-4. Elizabeth died the 8th of September, 8-9, the 24th prime. Just, I don't know. Who's it favouring? Who does it favour, eh? LA are at home, by the way. They're at home. And I don't think Denver have won a game away yet. I think they're 0-2. Could there be 0-3? That's the 3 that could be at play. Who knows, eh? Who knows? You do fantastic work. Thank you very much, Divine Feminine Living UK. I appreciate you. Tobin swinging in. Thank you. I see you on my website. I'm extremely grateful to you for that. Thank you very much. Appreciate you. Hey, Rebecca. Hope you're well. I agree, Johnny G, about Valverde. I agree. And, you know, I was just doing that Simpsons video, and it was about Ian McKellen, and I know as well that J.K. Rowling was in that episode. I didn't mention her. But, yeah, it's funny how we just had Robbie Coltrane die, who starred in Harry Potter. And we've had that Hurricane Ian in 2022, the year Queen Elizabeth died. I showed you in the Simpsons episode how Homer Simpson crashes into Buckingham Palace and nearly kills the Queen. And when they arrived in England, they came through Gate 22. It's all about 2022. And it is that master builder number, really, really important to the Freemasons, the number 22. That's why we have the 22nd World Cup coming up, and it's in 2022. It's very interesting. I'm not sure why I have such a hard time with the website. It said I wouldn't take my payment. I'll re-sign again. I'm not sure. It may vary from country to country. Most people sign up in 2 minutes, and there's no issue. If there's any way I can help you set it up, just email me. Satanic equals 22, Jesuits 22. Yep, Master equals 22, and 22 is a master builder number. Black Panther release 216. Black Panther equals 666. And remember, 6 times 6 times 6 is 216, and 21 is the 6 triangular number. It's wild, isn't it? It really is wild. March 11th, 2020 was 222 months after 9/11 and 222 days before 10/18/2020. Yep. Brilliant stuff for your 222 for your Order Out of Chaos for another 6. That Build Back Better is your 222 for your BBB. B is the second letter of the alphabet. It's not a coincidence all this stuff's going on in 2022, guys. Just fasten your seatbelts, though, for 2023. I really, really hope I can get back here next year. Obviously, I've got to work really hard. I've got to save up a lot of money. This trip in total has cost me over $6,000. But it's been worth every single dollar, guys. I want to thank everyone I've seen on this trip, everyone I've had a drink with, everyone I've worked out with, everybody who's made me laugh, everyone I've gone on a walk with, gone for dinner with. It's been amazing being back, and it'll be tough going back to where I live. Even though where I live is paradise, I think it'll be more challenging than ever going back, because I don't know if I'll ever get back out here if what happens in the world next year plays out the way I think it's going to play out. So at least I've gone out with a bang. Whatever happens, hopefully I'll get back out next year. We'll see. So, hey, Lady Hawk, how you doing? Much love to you. So, yeah, all those 10s with the Man City code, just really wild, isn't it? Really wild. And I wanted to mention this, how when I was going on that walk, we stopped off in a couple of pubs just for like half a pint or whatever, just to rest our legs and have a little chat. And we went in this pub in, I think it was Harden. And there was a bit of time left in the Liverpool City game. It was just organic that this game was going on. There was about 15, 20 minutes left of summer. I didn't watch it, but I was seeing people's reactions. And I'm like, oh my goodness, this is, wow, I used to be that guy. This is embarrassing. Like, people shooting, the ball's like 20 yards wide. Ooh, go on. Like, and all these Liverpool fans in this bar, probably never been to Liverpool in their life, probably never been to Anfield, probably don't know the history of the club. I'm like, wow. And it kind of was like, I'm so glad. Thank you, God, for allowing me to see through it all, because the energy I gave to that league, off the charts. And I'm not doing this to ridicule the people who are reacting that way. It's not to ridicule them. It's just, I'm embarrassed for them. I'm not going to tell them that. I'm not going to judge them for it. I was that person. But I was like, no wonder I don't watch games anymore. And like, I remember this woman at the end of the game, she picked up her kids, which is nice. We did it! We did it, guys. We won. It's like, what do you mean you won? Like, we won. It, I don't know. I don't know what to say about it. It's very tough for me to be around those people. But hey, I guess they were having fun and they weren't really doing any harm to anybody. It's not my cup of tea anymore, that. Ivana equals 222. Ivana fell down the stairs 222 days before birthday. Trump 222. You're going to have to wait for my next Simpsons video about where they foreshadowed Trump to become the president and that stair scene or elevator. It's going to blow your socks off. But I'm not doing anything else today. I've got to start packing. My mate Matt is coming all the way from Lancashire to have dinner with me tonight, which is amazing. Like I said, the people who've come from London to see me, like Essex, Manchester, just all over the place. It's amazing. I'm very grateful. Yeah, it's important, Simon, to ask questions. It's really important to just at least question things. That's why when I went on this walk yesterday with my close friends, we were just having amazing conversations. Like, nobody were claiming they knew everything. We wasn't arguing. We may have had a few disagreements, which is fine, which is actually great, actually. You don't want to have a conversation with all four of you agreeing with everything and licking each other's ass. Just be open with each other. This is what I think is going to happen. Yeah, but why? I don't think so. All right, well, this is what I think. I can see where you're coming from, but nah, maybe in 10 years and not within the next 12 months. I disagree, but I guess we'll just say yeah. And then somebody brings something else up. It was amazing, that walk. Maybe the best walk I've ever had. I think it was 21 miles or something. I don't know. Maybe longer. Can't remember how many miles. I just know it's 42 kilometers. And then I got home pretty late, actually. Got home pretty late. Oh, there was this girl, guys. I might have to briefly go over this. It's kind of cringeworthy. We ended the night where I think we sat down around 9:30, 10 p.m. in a pub. And this girl came over. And she wasn't the greatest, is all I'm going to say. I'm not going to insult her. She wasn't the greatest. And she decides to sit at our table. On another day, I'd say, hey, listen, any chance? Like, who are you? But we were like, all right, she's there. She's smiling. Let her have a little thing. She'd probably leave in 5 minutes. She wouldn't leave in 5 minutes. She was there for about an hour. And she tried to get me and my mate Nathan to go outside with her and have a threesome. And we were like, absolutely not. And she's like, come on, why not? Come on. What do you mean, why not? No. Some of the things she was saying, I can't say on YouTube. It's just crazy that on a Sunday night, you're just having a quiet drink. You've just walked, I don't know, 42 kilometers. You're just trying to chill out with your mates. Just like assess the day. And then this girl comes over trying to take me and this guy outside to a park. It's like, you got literally zero respect for yourself. And I think even if she was absolutely stunning, I would have said nah. Drinking on a cider with blackcurrant in it. Trying to stroke my leg. What are you doing? If I went over, I'll tell you this. Woo! If I went over to a group of 4 girls and I was like, hey, and chatting them all up and saying, hey, you up for a threesome? And I started stroking a girl's leg like she stroked mine without my permission, stroked my leg, in her thigh as well. Woo! In her thigh, without my permission. And I did that to a girl. I just went up to a table, 4 girls, started flirting with them, saying this, and this, being all sexual with them. And I just start stroking the inside of a girl's leg without permission. What would happen to me? I get reported, all sorts of stuff. She did it to me. Nothing. Saying all sorts of sexual stuff. So, oh, by the way, there was a guy in that bar. Looked like The Undertaker. The Undertaker! He had this massive leather jacket down to his feet, like with these black Doc Martens on. I just had to say, listen, mate, hey, like, who? I said, let me try your jacket on. The guy was brilliant. He just took it off. He went, there you go. So I might post this just for banter. I've got this big, long leather jacket down to my trainers. And I look like the biggest goth you'll ever see. So I might post that just for the banter. And no, I'm not a goth. No, I'm not Neo from the Matrix. No, I'm not Batman. Whatever comments you want to give me for banter, give me them. I might laugh. It's pretty funny photo. So I don't care. What was he going to say? No, mate. No, you can't. All right, lad, have a good night. That's what I would have said. He just took it off. Excellent stuff from The Undertaker. He wasn't as big, though. He's pretty scrawny, this guy. A legend. Can you imagine a game of Kiss Chase in the 70s? No. Although I would have loved to have grown up in the 60s or the 70s. UK can be pretty degenerate lot. You only realise it once you leave. Yeah, but like you said, but we love it, don't we? Got a newfound respect for England and the people. Pretty wild, aren't we? And it's a lot of nutters in England, but maybe that's global. Most of us are nice people here. It's just a crying shame that the UK is going to get absolutely annihilated next year, in my opinion, with the codes that I've got. So stay strong, you guys who are living in England. Stay strong. You are more powerful than you will ever know. Don't forget that. Don't let the system crush you. Oh, by the way, I don't know what this is. I did that Simpsons video, and about 6 people, it must be the same person. It could be Amani Anani. 6 different accounts that all said something like, have a good day. All of them said that. Different accounts. And like, one of them said, have a nice day, and within a minute had 4 likes. So whoever that person is, I'm guessing Amani Anani. What are you doing? But I'll take it, I guess. I think the more comments I get, the better the algorithm and all of that. Oh, I met a woman today. I don't know her channel name, to be honest. And she's friends with my sister, and she has 7,000 subs. And what she does is these companies send her clothes or food or whatever it is, and she promotes them, and she gets paid for it. I guess next time I do a video, I'll promote her. She seemed really nice. I said, I'm coming for you. She went, what? I was like, I've got like 6,000. You've got 7. I'm coming for you. She went, ooh. Yeah. So she says she has a friend who works on YouTube where she's quit her job. She just makes money from YouTube. Good for them. Good for them. But again, it's you're putting a lot of faith in YouTube there. So at any point they can screw you over, can't they? Goodbye to Anita. Adios. Wait, look. Here they are. This is the same people. We've got it here in the chat. Look, Willie just said goodbye. Eunice just said goodbye. Anita just said goodbye. So it's so obvious it's the same person. Yeah, Anthony, I mentioned, I went through my code. If you want to go back to the beginning of it or halfway through, I've given you all the numbers I found for this game. I'm slightly edging the Chargers, but the 33 riddle for Denver is big. But again, if somebody said, here's $1,000, you can have a free bet, but it has to be bet on this game, I'd probably just go the Chargers. Although it's tempting to get that spread on Denver because a lot of these games are tight as well, aren't they? They make sure they're really close, often go down to the last play. But yeah, is it the 42 or the 33, basically? Good day, goodbye. Goodbye, Mr. M. Divine, Feminine Living UK, that's the 33. Yeah, so I'm going to do about 20 more minutes. I've covered a lot here. If you haven't watched that Simpsons video, guys, please watch it. Give it a like, give it a share. So I think pretty much anyone who's from the US or Canada or England or pretty much anywhere in Europe have watched the Simpsons, or at least aware of the show. And I think it'll be great for them to watch this video. So can they read the future? Is there time machines? Is Matt Groening 33-degree Freemasonry? I think so. That's why Homer has the M here for Masonry. They say it's for Matt. which is a joke. I think if people are using magic, God will not let them get away with that. You're not supposed to play with magic, I don't think, at that level. So there's all these programs like The Simpsons, like Family Guy, that basically tell us where the world is going. And they often tell us sometimes 10, 15 years before. It's not like they put out an episode and then the day after it happens. They ain't that naive and ridiculous to do that. Like I said, the video I just talked about, that came out, that episode was out in 2003. So 19 years later, it all was fulfilled. 19 years later, which connects to the 19-year moon cycles. And it's not called COVID-19 for no reason either. And AI in Gematria, A is the first letter, I is the 9th. That's your 1-9 as well. AI really is taking over. I went to Asda today to buy my mum some flowers. And there's no humans serving you anymore. And just talking to me, would you like to pay with cash or card? And there was actually more machines where you could, where it's card only. At the beginning, I thought, really, they're all card only? Soon it's going to get to that point because there'll be no physical money. I've told you all of this, and I wrote about it in 2020. Soon you won't be able to pay with money, which is, it's going to be really tough for me, the way I operate and the way I make my money. So I don't have a credit card. I really don't like using my debit card as well. The only time I really use that is if I'm making an online transaction, like booking a flight. I like to do everything with cash. And when they get rid of that, I'm not going to be a fan at all. Simpson is a perfect match to Mason. Yeah, it's got the 33, hasn't it? And the 39. It's wild. And look at this. Look at the cup that I'm drinking from. Simpsons. The Simpsons. So are we living in a scripted reality, guys? Are we being used? Are we being abused and manipulated and mocked? I don't know. Somebody in my community said, had a cheeky 5 on Liverpool 1-0 against City with 15 minutes to go. Woo! You'll never walk alone. Again, they probably saw my video about all the 10s. I said that game would be 1-0. I just didn't know who to be honest. That's why I didn't post a code. I was like, it's going to be probably 1-0. I just don't know who. And it was 1-0 and Liverpool got it. Somebody did a phenomenal code for Foden to score as well, and he got a goal disallowed. Which seemed a bit harsh. So, what a wild time to be alive, baby. Oh, by the way, I had Bayern Munich to win. And you might say, oh, it's Bayern Munich. Well, they were 5th in the league against the second team. So, they did win. And Mane, who left Liverpool to Bayern Munich, he was Liverpool's number 10. He was their best player last year. All the 10s last year with Liverpool, why they lost the Champions League final 1-0, like 10. And what was their 10th European Cup final? Just 1,000,001 10s. When Mane scored for Bayern yesterday against Freiburg after 55 minutes. 5 + 5 is 10. 55 is the 10th Fibonacci and triangular number. So it is all synced up. And Bayern they actually killed it, which was a shock because Freiburg don't concede many goals. They beat them 5-0. And number 10, Sane scored. And Sane played for Man City, and it was often Sane up against Mane, who are now both together at Bayern Munich, the club that play in Bavaria, where the Illuminati were founded. So yeah, just stuff like Chelsea getting to 19 points, and the player who got both the goals was number 19, Mason Mount. Chelsea, 19 points. Villa stay on 9. Queen Elizabeth's funeral, 19-9. Chelsea on 19 points after 9 games. 9 games, 6 wins. She died at 96. Just the list goes on and on and on. And if you look at the top four in the Premier League, which is Arsenal, Man City, Tottenham, and Chelsea, if you look at it, if you have a little goose, talk about 10, what, 2 years now, me? Heavily. Arsenal goals against 10. Manchester City goals against 10. By the way, Arsenal just won 1-0, like 10. Tottenham goals against 10. Chelsea goals against 10. The top four teams in the Premier League right now have conceded 10 goals. Check it for yourself. Like, the odds of that must be insane. That the top four, after pretty much 10 games for most of them, Arsenal have played 10, Man City have played 10, Tottenham have played 10, Chelsea 9. But 10 goals against for Arsenal, Man City, Tottenham, and Chelsea, and 3 out of the 4 have that record after 10 games. Like, what is this? It's a coded reality that we're living in. And I ain't saying that everyone at the top's aware of it. I ain't saying that. I'm saying there's probably quite a lot who are, and the symbolism will be their downfall. But we're living in a coded reality. It's just you got to decide who's coding it. Is it God? Is it Satan? Is it man? Is it a supercomputer? Is it a combination? Is it supernatural? Is it demonic? Is it AI? You have to, I don't know, come to your own conclusions with that. I don't know the answer. But I can pretty much say that we're living in a coded reality with the work that I've done in, is it 2.5 years now? I keep saying 2 years. Probably 2.5 years. Yes. I might start doing what I offered to do or what people ask me to do. I think I'm going to set it up when I'm back in Mexico. I've said this for a while now, which is not like me because when I say something, I often do it. I'm going to be doing that call where people charge a small fee and they all get involved and we have a conversation for an hour. So we can bounce ideas off of each other. I'll lead it, I'll facilitate it, I'll provide the questions, the debates, whatever it is. I think I need to set that up because I often do these live streams and I ask these questions. It's very hard for people to actually respond. Do you know what I mean? That's really nice what you just said, Divine Feminine Living UK. Yeah, I hope everything works out for you, Joseph. I know you're not a guy who's going to give up. You'll keep setting up channels. You'll find new platforms. You have the Holy Spirit in you. You'll be guided. Jesus is coming. The second coming of Christ, just like Cristiano Ronaldo came back to Man United. And I don't think it was a coincidence as well. Ronaldo, he made his second debut for Man United, the Red Devils, on 9/11/2021. And yesterday was 1 year and 35 days after that debut, second debut. Played against Newcastle, and then he just played against Newcastle again. And the 13-5 is really big. Well, 1 year and 35 days is 13 months and 5 days for a start for your 135. And Revelation 13:5 is, and there was given unto him a mouth speaking great things and blasphemies, and power was given unto him to continue 42 months. And Ronaldo played in this game yesterday. See how he started? He's not been starting, but he had to start in this game. Notice he had 2 goals disallowed as well. That was the 42nd Sunday of the year. And Revelation 13:5 is all about the beast basically being given the power to run the show for 42 months. And from Ronaldo's second debut, which was 9/11/2021, I've told you, pencil in 9/11/2023 in your calendar. It's going to be huge. That second debut for Ronaldo, 1 year, 35 days before this game against Newcastle. which is 13 months and 5 days, and your Revelation 13:5, which again syncs in with your 9. 1 + 2 + 5 is 9. So the reason why Ronaldo at 1.1 number 9 as well for Real Madrid. And then he wore 7, 9 and 7. 97 is the 25th prime. Ronaldo born February the 5th, 2-5, just like Neymar. It's crazy stuff. I told you with Messi, he wasn't injured. They said he was going to be out and he might miss the World Cup. Yeah, sure. Good one. What happens after the beast reigns? I believe that's the second coming of Christ. Or it could be the rise of the Antichrist. I'm not certain what's going to happen on 9/11/2023. All I'll say, it's exactly 42 months after coronavirus was declared a global pandemic. That's all I'll say. That's why I've pointed out that date. And it's exactly 22 years after 9/11/2001. And 22 is that master builder number, which we're seeing everywhere. So I know God's won, not God wins, God's won. But I think next year it's going to pretty much be like Scarface, where he goes down trying to take out as many people as he can. He knows his time's coming to an end. You can see that he's reigning right now, in my opinion. Or maybe the reign begins 9/11/2023, and then we have to deal with genuinely being aware that Satan, the Antichrist, is running the show. Maybe it's happening right now. It feels like it's right now. Oh, yesterday on this walk, again, these beautiful sinks, which makes me think we are living in a scripted reality, somewhat of a Truman Show. I'm walking in Woolsden, bus comes past. I'm talking about Jurgen Klopp, and it was the 616, which is the alternate number of the beast and Jurgen Klopp's birthday. It came again about 30 minutes later, a different area. And I said to my mate Nath, I think all of them actually, I said, guys, I think this is telling me Liverpool win for Klopp. There's 616 all over the show. It's like, really? I was like, I think so. 616, the bus route. I took a photo of it. It's unbelievable, guys. And 6 + 16 is your 22. It's the alternate number of the beast. And then Man City lose 1-0 to Liverpool. Satan gets you 10. I was like, oh my word, the 616 is like, who's telling me that? Who's guiding me there? Angels? I didn't have any ability to post anything on my website because I needed Wi-Fi. I would have probably just said, hey guys, this is wild. Just seeing these 616s, this might indicate that Liverpool are going to win. Sometimes I do that. I don't need a big old code. It's like the universe tells me what's going to happen. Crazy, crazy stuff. When I saw that bus, they were laughing. Like my mate Stephen Henderson, he thinks it's like, you got a problem. I was like, what are you on about? It's like, you just pull out these numbers out of nowhere. It's like you're mental. And I just laughed, like calling me like Rain Man and that. I'm just basically insane. I think he said I had autism. He told me I had autism. And I was like, listen, I can talk about anything you want here. But if I see a number right in front of my face, I'm going to get excited. I'm going to break it down. It kept happening. Whatever number I talked about, we walked past that house a minute later and it was there. I was speaking about George Floyd. I was like, listen, got knelt on for 8 minutes and 46 seconds, 8:46. I said, and what's your point? Well, 8:46 a.m. is when the Twin Towers came down and he got killed in Twin City of Minnesota. I was like, what? Okay, but whatever. I was like, yeah, but they changed it. What do you mean they changed it? They changed the time. And I said, guess what time? I was like, I don't know. I don't care. I was like, I'll tell you, 9:29. Okay, what does that mean? But again, these questions, what does that mean? It's good that they're asking me them. I was like, 9:29, it's actually the 158th prime number. And? Just kept getting the and question. I was like, well, that's pretty important because the Catholic Church recognized the Jesuits on the 15th of August, 1508. The word Freemasonry gets you 158. Ah, okay. All right. 30 seconds later, We walked past a house, big house, number 158. I went, look, 158. Look at the house number there. They just grin like, oh, wow, here he goes again. But kind of like, oh, shit, here he goes again. He's called it again. Or necessarily didn't really call anything. So whatever I was saying and manifesting and speaking about just appeared, whether it was a house number, a bus number, whatever it was. It's like I spoke it into existence. The fall was the biggest thing yesterday. There was 4 of us on the walk. Came across these 4 sheep. I'll have to upload that video. It's pretty. It looks like a ritual what I'm performing, but it was just organic. And then as I was talking about 4, like we're talking about like the 4 seasons, the 4 elements, the 4 pillars. Like I was breaking down all these 4s, the 4 horsemen, and we bumped into all these horses. I've got photos of me with horses, which was hilarious, like the 4 horsemen. And then we walked past this big house talking about 4, and it was called like, what was it called? 4 Yard. This big house, it was called 4 Yard, was the name of it, the development. I was like, Naif, look at that. And then we were talking about that Club 42 in Manchester, whatever it's called. And I said, what type of music? It's like the Smiths. And we were talking about this guy we used to know called Mr. Smith, an old guy who's not with us anymore. We're talking about Smith. And I was like, all right, okay, I'm up for that. Yeah, the Smiths, brilliant. I went, Neff! He went, what? What's up? I went, look over there now. He went, what? Now, look. We were walking up this hill. It was really dark, probably about 9:30. There was a big lorry parked up by itself, no other vehicles. The lorry said Smith. The company must have been called Smith. And we were talking about this stuff before we could even really see the side of the lorry. And something made me look to the right to see it. And I'm like, he went, oh my word, that's it. That is it. And because there was too many things that I was saying, and then they appeared. It was absolute insanity, and it was beautiful. But I would say number 4 was the biggest number yesterday. With the connections that we were making, organic ones anyway. It was absolutely incredible, and I love these syncs. They're amazing. It shows me that I think God communicates via numbers, symbols, not with words. That's man-made. Words can be beautiful, but that's man-made. They cast spells on us. Numbers are the universal language. Numbers are incredible. They are sacred. They have energy to them. Just know that numbers have energy. They're not just things you write down on a piece of paper or things you see on a screen. Okay, they have energy to them. The world is run by numbers. And if you actually study everything that needs numbers, you will soon realize that the world is, and the universe is run by numbers. And well done, Rockefellers, because you've made the majority of the world hate numbers by teaching us bullshit at school in math classes. If I ever get back into a school, if I ever have to go back into a school, I'll find a way of speaking with the directors and say, hey, open up a new subject. I want to teach how English and math are connected, how letters and numbers are connected. I won't go into rituals and have them decode, but I'll be able to make it so interesting. Maybe if it's once a week, or I come and do an after school club there, see if they let me do it. I doubt they will, because it goes against the curriculum. I doubt they will. If they could let me come in and just teach a few classes to show them how everything's synced, how beautiful numbers are, I bet I could give them more passion about math in an hour than they've ever had in their life from any math teacher. Almost certain of that. So, yeah, the 4 wins. This is crazy. City have scored 33 goals, maybe where it ended 1-0. Yep. And conceded 10. And conceded 10. So it's like 33 goals, 10 conceded. And that's just a huge number. So their goal difference, if you notice, is plus 23, and they're on 23 points. 23 is the 9th prime, the best player of the season. Number 9, Haaland. This is all 9 years after Francis became the Pope. Liverpool's 9th game of the season. Liverpool have a plus 9 goal difference. They've got 3 wins, which is 3 times 3 is your 9. Another 10 as well with City. and then Liverpool in this. Was City a second and Liverpool at 8th, and 2 + 8 is 10. 28, 2 + 8. Oh, well, not 2 + 8, but 2 and 8 is 28. 28 is the 7th triangular number. Man City stayed on 7 wins. They have played 10, won 7. 107 is the 28th prime, which is a perfect number. For whatever reason, it is a perfect number according to number properties. Still don't know why. I think it's maybe because 28 divided by 4 is 7. You're 7, 4, 7 days in a week, 4 weeks in a month. It makes sense. The US Independence Day is on 7/4, which is your 28. And there should really be 28 days in a month on a 13-month calendar, because 52 divided by 4 is 13, not 12. Basic math, which I never got taught. I had to figure out myself. So I better get off. I think this live stream has been tremendous, actually. I've got to go pack. Much love to my mate Flinny, who's going to be picking me up Wednesday morning, taking me to London. I really hope I get to see Divine Feminine Living UK in London. I'm really grateful to Flinny, amazing guy in my community, who's going to take me to London. Tomorrow will be the last day I see my dad. I probably will get emotional because that guy is unbelievable, and I'm even closer with him now than I've ever been. So this trip's been a blessing. Cost me a ton of money, a lot of hassle, a lot of stress. Still haven't got my money back from Expedia. If I do get that money back, or should I say when, if I'm going to be positive, $1,600, I'll save that money to try and get back here next year, if I can. Who knows what is going to happen in 2023, which was the Super Bowl 56 scoreline. So Tobin's swinging out. Okay, awesome. I'm gonna swing away as well, baby. What's up, chat? Hey, J Bride 31 the 11th prime. How you doing? Predicted 1-0 to Liverpool, came true via the numbers. Yeah, excellent stuff, Paul. You did call Liverpool 1-0, and you gave a lot of good reason for that. Especially, like you said, City would drop to 10 goals conceded. So well done. You did call that. Pity you didn't bet. It tends to be the case, unfortunately, for a lot of people. They pull off these unbelievable codes and don't bet, and then they end up betting on mediocre codes or taking somebody else's code and losing, and then say, why didn't I take my own? I guess that's faith in yourself or whatever it may be. It happens a lot, doesn't it? Like, you nailed that code. It would have been even sweeter if you had a little bit of money on 1-0. I'm sure it would have paid, I don't know, 8-1, 9-1. I don't even know. But you called it. So well done. Don't always need a financial reward. It's just a bonus, isn't it? It's just a bonus. Yeah, Dion Lant Hitler was a Rothschild agent, dude. I'm in Germany, I bet. What about Mr. Burns? He's basically Jacob Rothschild from The Simpsons, when you break that down. So, yeah, I'm going to be in London Wednesday around 2:33, maybe 4. I'm not sure exactly what time. Depends on traffic. Depends what time Flinny gets me. I'll be by Heathrow. I don't know that area very well. I just know we're going to have some food. Probably won't drink alcohol with me flying for like 11 hours. So if anyone wants to meet who lives within that area, see me, hang out, whatever it is that you want from me, ask me questions. I'll be there. Maybe I'll do a post and say, hey guys, I'm at this place. As long as no Satanists come and attack me. Although I'm wearing God's armor, so I'm all good, baby. Woo-hoo! Inbox you when you're close to Heathrow. I won't be, unless I'm, I'll text you from Flinny's phone. I won't have the ability to send emails unless I have Wi-Fi. So I'll say, hey, Divine, should be there in about 30, 40 minutes. And what I'm going to look to do is check in before, so then I can cruise around London for a little bit. I don't want to be too far away from Heathrow, though, just in case. Imagine I miss my flight. I ain't going to have another 1,500 taken from me. But that would be my own fault if I missed the flight, to be honest. No excuses. Wish you a great time with your family before you leave. Thank you so much, mate. Michael, I have nothing but love for you. You've grown so much, mate. Your coding is fantastic. I appreciate what you do for my community, the codes that you share, and the insight that you offer. You don't have to do that, do you? You don't have to share your work on my page. I appreciate that. And if you ever want to share my work on your page, do it. And you don't have to say it's my work. Thanks for another interesting and informative live. Trust that the universe has more than enough to provide for every need and want. Make it a great day, everyone. What a great way to end. There you go. Perfect. Trust that the universe has more than enough to provide for every need and want. Make it a great day, everyone, okay? Much love. Thank you, 6079 Smith, for everything you do for me and the community. You're a blessing. But I better get off. All right? Got a lot to do. If you haven't watched the Simpsons video, give it a watch. 12 minutes, guys. Maybe it'll inspire you guys to do similar videos. It's pretty interesting, to say the least. All right, guys. Take care. Much love. Adios. Mum, is that you?